What up, you guys? This podcast is for very select people. It's for people that are dreamers. This is for people that are not practical. This is for people that don't know what it means to be realistic. You know what I mean? This is for people that hate the word realistic because nothing that they envision has any sense of realism to it at all. I would say, most people tell you, they might say, yo, you should have a plan B. You should do this. You should do that. You know what I'm saying? I want to tell you, like, however you envision your goals, however you envision your dreams, regardless of how non-practical they are, I think you should start out executing it according to your vision, the way that you envision it, even if it's not realistic. I feel like you should scratch that itch because when 30, 40 years pass, you're going to be like, man, but what if I did it my way? Maybe I could have been massively successful doing it my way instead of listening, being bound by all these restrictions, being bound by all these people that have no sense of imagination, and being bound by, look, when people give you advice, anyone who gives you advice, what they're doing is they're talking to themselves out loud in your presence. They're really talking to themselves. They're telling themselves what they would do if they were in your situation. That's what advice pretty much is. It's very rare that you'll meet someone that gives you advice according to your set of skills, according to your ambition, according to what you're actually talented at. You know what I'm saying? And so the most practical way to go about finding out, like, if you're doing things correctly is to just fucking do it. You know what I mean? Let your results do the speaking for you. If you've been doing something for like 6 years or maybe 10 years and then you're unsuccessful, then that might say something about your results, or maybe that's not a good method for doing whatever you're doing. But then again, sometimes I'll be wondering, well, what if you've been doing something for 10 years and on the 11th year is the breakthrough? You know what I'm saying? If you continue doing it the way that you were doing it, you know what I mean? But sometimes they're going to try to confine you to a box. They're going to try to tell you what they would do. You know what I'm saying? But you won't know. Like, just let the results do the talking. Like, if you're a songwriter, I can't tell you that your music is terrible. I mean, I could say it's terrible according to my subjective point of view, but I can't tell you that the whole world's going to hate it. Like, how do I know what's good to the world unless you put it out? You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that have talents. They want to put stuff out, but they take the collective opinion of 3 people, 4 people that don't like your content, and you think your stuff is not good because 4 fucking people don't like it. When there's billions of people in this world, you know what I'm saying, bro? You don't know who's gonna like your stuff. Considering that there's billions of people in this world, you could put out a song that I consider trash that hundreds and thousands of other people could potentially like. Now, let's say you're a musician, right? You got a song, you didn't release it yet, but since you respect me as an artist, you're like, yo, Rob said it's trash, so it must be trash. And then you don't put out a song that could have been your song, you know what I'm saying? It could have been a song that put you on. It could have been a song that you wanted to buy your mom a new house. With releasing the song, maybe you could have did that, you know what I'm saying? Yo, the amount of dreams that die fucking listening to people, bro, like, follow your intuition, you know what I'm saying? Follow that first, right? And then let your results tell you how unpractical you're being, how unrealistic. I don't even like the word realistic. Like, that's my least favorite word. You know how much shit happens on a daily basis that's not based on realism? If you know what ASMR videos are, people are making $100,000 a month doing that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was talking to somebody and I was like, yo, do you know that there's like kids selling slime on Instagram, retiring their whole household? And she was like, yeah, but that, and I know what she was thinking right after that. She's like, yeah, but that's a 1 in a million lifetime, like 1 in a million opportunity. You know what I'm saying? How often does that happen? You know what I'm saying? You know what we like to do? We look at statistics and we think about what's the likeliness of it happening for me. And you think because it's a 1 in a million chance, there's no chance. Yo, 1 out of a million means there's still a chance. Even though it's 1 out of a million, what you think that means? It's not like a 0 out of a million chance of it happening. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I want to ask you guys, right? So a lot of people believe in a plan B. I don't believe in that shit at all. Like, I feel like as soon as you create a plan B, you plan to fail. You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan, all he fucking had was basketball. Derek Jeter, all he fucking had was baseball. You know what I'm saying? Some of the people that you admire, they didn't have a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they might have did stuff to get to where they were going. They might have been a busboy. You know what I'm saying? They might have been a table waiter. They might have, bartended. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying that people didn't have jobs to get to their dreams, but what I'm saying is they wasn't thinking, you know what I'm saying? Cause yo, to be honest, you don't need much to survive. It depends on how fancy are you. Like, do you need a $75 phone bill? Like, do you need the newest car? Do you need a $400 Gucci belt? Bro, like, You know what I'm saying? Recently, I was sleeping in my car. I was perfectly content. Sleep. Everybody else was fucking worried. Me, in my heart, I was like, yo, I'm good. I'm provided for. I believe in God. Therefore, there's no reason for me to ever be scared of anything ever in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, my car got shot at recently. You know what I'm saying? Fucking bullet went through the top of the windshield, hit the back center console. You know what I'm saying? I was in the car when it happened, but I just know that I'm going to be okay. You know what I'm saying? My belief system carries me through. And when I was sleeping in my car and when I was showering at Planet Fitness and I was eating fucking takeout food all the time, I only had one thing in my mind. Like, how am I going to accomplish the things that I want to accomplish? I wasn't dreading what I'm going through because the goal, you know what I'm saying? My goal, yo, my goal is not to have a fucking plan B. I didn't come here to be basic. I didn't come here to fucking, take advice from ordinary people. You know what I'm saying? And when you got a vision that's not a basic vision, that's not a regular, like, yo, be a lawyer, be a doctor. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe that's somebody's dream. But maybe you want to fucking, maybe you want to be a beautician, maybe you want to do hair, or maybe you want to own a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? There's so many people that, like, if you had $100,000 in your bank account right now and your dream was to open up a restaurant, you know how many people are going to tell you not to take that risk because they're like, yo, what if you fail? That's $100,000. Are you sure you want to buy this property lot? Are you sure you want to set up shop? What if you can't find good employees? What if no one likes your food? What if this? It's like, bro, what if no one talks about this? What if you're 85 fucking years old and you're like, man, what if I actually tried? What if I would have invested that 100 grand? What if I didn't listen to my pessimistic fucking aunt or uncle or relatives who told me not to do some shit that was in my heart to do? Like, bro, do it, man. Like, cause if you fail, especially if you're 20, if you're between the ages of like 18 and like 35, bro, and you haven't had a family yet, yo, you have time, man. You have time to fail, fall on your face, get the fuck back up and try again. You know what I'm saying? Like, people be saying between the ages of 18 and 30, you shouldn't be doing any risks. You shouldn't risk any of your money. You shouldn't make any investment. It's like, bro, this is the time to make investments. This is the time to risk your money. This is the time to, if you have an idea, try to execute. Because once you start getting older, you're like, damn, what if I would have did this 10 years ago, 15 years ago? What if I didn't listen to everybody who they have no fucking sense of imagination? Bro, everyone's going to tell you to be realistic. I'll never tell you, all of you listening to this live, I will never tell you be realistic. I will always, first I'll ask you, yo, how do you envision it? How do you think it's gonna, you know what I'm saying? And then I'm gonna say, yo, try it, man. Like, who am I to say that it won't happen that way? Like I always make this example of how I hate Minecraft. You know what I'm saying? But that fucking game sold 200 million copies. I think it's the worst game in the world. Minecraft doesn't like me to like their content because it wasn't made for people that like me to like. So if you're an artist, if you're a producer, if you want to write a book, don't think because 4 people don't like your book or your rough draft that it's a terrible book. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, go talk to 2,000 other people. Go talk to 7,000 other people. Go put your stuff on the market and see what other people think, right? Because you know what the collective opinion of the marketplace is? That's 7 billion people. You know what I'm saying? And there's no way that 7 billion collective people as a whole dislike one thing. You know what I'm saying? Anything that you could potentially like, there's hundreds and thousands and probably millions. I'm sure there's millions of people that could possibly like it. Like, I think ASMR videos are weird, bro. But there's people that are super into that. There's people that are super into going on YouTube and watching someone spray a spray bottle or whisper into a microphone, like, super sweetly and stuff. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you don't know what ASMR is, right? Cardi B actually did an ASMR video. You could type in Cardi B ASMR. It's weird, bro, but it gets hundreds and thousands of views. Bro, there's retarded shit that's not realistic that happens on a daily basis. This technology that I'm talking to you through, it's not fucking based on realism. It's not based on being, like, practical. Like, there was a time when none of the shit that we're doing is realistic. You know what I'm saying? There was a time when, if you're like, yo, bro, like, if you dig somebody up from like 5,000 years ago and you show them what an airplane is and you explain the concept to you, they'll be like, get out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, airplanes is like a form of sorcery to people from thousands of years ago. Like, this fucking smartphone that I'm talking to you through is crazy that I could podcast and talk to you live, like, right now. This is not based on real. You know what all this shit is based on? A fucking person had a vision and they said, I want this to exist, and therefore shit exists because one person demanded that it does. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, the power of an idea, the power of being innovative, the power of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be thinking about this whole Lyft, Uber thing. It was an idea that's worth billions. You know what I'm saying? Ideas worth shit unless you execute. You got to execute on it. But it's crazy, bro. Like, you probably sitting on some ideas right now that could quadruple whatever you have in your bank account. You know what I'm saying? If you just execute, if you get connected with the right people. One thing you got to stop doing is trying to get people that will never believe in your vision to believe. Your goal is not to get non-believers to believe. You know what I'm saying? When you speak, when you do what you're doing, when you're marketing, you're looking for the believers. That's who you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? You might have a message. You might be like, why do people laugh at my message? Why do people mock? Why do people laugh? You know what I'm saying? It's because they're the mockers, because they're the laughers. Why do people lie? Because they're the liars. Like, there's a percentage of people that, the way life breaks down into statistics, there's a certain amount of people that will never believe in you. What you think because it's your mother that she's obligated to believe in your dream? Sometimes your mother's the last person that believes. Sometimes your father, your cousin, uncle, the best friend, last people that believe in you. But all that time you spent trying to get people to believe in your vision is time that you could spend executing and figuring out how the hell you're going to accomplish your dream. How the hell are you going to do what you know you're capable of? Do what you came here, what you were created to do, whatever that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever your special talents and abilities are, because I'm sure everybody has one that they're really good at. For me, it's rapping. For me, it's speaking. For me, it's, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when I talk to people with such a limited understanding of how powerful imagination is, they think I'm in La La Land, right? They think my head is up in the clouds. They want me to be realistic and come back down to where they live. I don't like where they live. It's boring down here being realistic. That realism shit is not for me. You know what I'm saying? I like my head in the clouds. Like, yeah, I be having some thoughts that are not exactly practical, but how do I know unless I start executing them how unpractical? You know how unpractical it is for kids to sell slime and retire the whole household? And nobody has to work because some damn 13-year-old kid sells so much fucking slime on Instagram that they're millionaires now and the parents could retire. You know how unpractical that is? You know, like, how many thousands of examples do we need of people, you know, making a living off of YouTube, or people getting put on because of SoundCloud, or people like, yo, it's not 1985 anymore where you need people to put you on. You need people to think that you're marketable in order for you to start marketing. It's not like that no more. Now you got all these distribution sites. Now you got Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud. Like, if you want to be a rapper, you don't need you don't got to get signed to Atlantic Records. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to get put on by Def Jam. You don't need people to notice you. You got to learn about marketing. Buy a course on marketing. You know what I'm saying? And just get connected with the right people who don't question everything that you do. You know what I'm saying? Because a team of people that all they do is question each other, they can never move forward in unison. They're just questioning each other all day. How's this going to happen? Or what about this? And what about... They spend less time doing that and less time actually planning, actually orchestrating an idea together, because they spend so much time in division, divided amongst their ideas, and one thinking the other one's not practical. And so find some people that, yo, like, the way that you think, there's millions of people that think exactly the way that you do. That's why when I do these podcasts, I give you tangible examples and I tell you, yo, anybody you've ever hated in this world, right? It's not the person you hate, it's the mindset. Because if you could think of the most hated person in this world that you just can't, every time you look at them, you can't fucking stand this person, right? All right, so imagine their exact personality copied and pasted onto 100,000 other people. Do you think you would like those 100,000 other people if that personality that you can't stand was copied and pasted onto that many more people? That's how many other people you wouldn't like. So it's not even a person, it's the personality that they're attached to, that they identify with, which is probably not even what they were created for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many mediocre people, how many people do things, right? And then you get mad at the things that they do, right? And there's a mindset that enables their actions. You know, there's a mindset that if they knew their created value, if they knew that what their personality was supposed to be like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think there's orchestrated paths for everybody, paths that we're supposed to be on, and we veer off path when we go. Sometimes we do our own thing, and sometimes we don't want to do what we were called to do. Sometimes we want to go a different way, you know? One of the craziest quotes I ever heard in my life, right? It says equal to success, equal to failure is being successful at all the wrong things. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might be super successful at all the wrong things that you weren't predestined to be successful at. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's this guy, right? Les Brown. You know what somebody told him? They was like, yo, maybe you should be a garbage man or something like that. Or maybe you should work at the post office. I think they're hiring over there. You know how much he gets paid now for a motivational speech? $40,000 to talk for an hour. You know what I'm saying? I was talking to somebody the other day. He was like, yo, what could a man possibly say that's worth $40,000 in 1 hour? That's somebody's yearly salary in 1 fucking hour. And then this is the part of the podcast where people are like, yeah, but how realistic is that? What's the likeliness? You see how we use statistics to rule ourselves out of the equation? It doesn't matter what the fuck is statistically probable for you. What matters is, what do you want? What are you actually talented at? And you got to have self-awareness. Like, if you want to be a quarterback for the NFL, can you actually throw a fucking football? You know, because there's people that want to be quarterbacks, but they have no idea how to throw a ball. So it's like, yo, you got to start there. Like, are you good enough to make it? Are you good enough? And are you good enough according to your point of view? You know what I'm saying? Because if you want to be in the NFL, you need to convince the coaches, the players, you know what I'm saying? Like, like when you're good, people start coming to your college to come see you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know you have something valuable, you know? So when it comes to like living, everybody's like, yeah, well, you can't dream. Like, you know, you can't have all these dreams. You got to pay bills, bills, bills. Yo, I'm not alive to fucking pay bills and die. Yes, bills are going to come. Yes, you know what I'm saying? We got obligations. But that's not my main focus. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to think. I'm more on some, what am I supposed to do before I leave? My time here is limited. You know what I'm saying? Oh, give me a second. What is this? What's up, Dion? What's up, Ayana? So yeah, like, this time on earth is so limited, you know what I'm saying? Like, and all we spend all of it having anxiety over a fucking bill. Bro, you're probably gonna die with bills. So let's just get that established. Bills are gonna come even after you're dead, and then probably get passed on, you know what I'm saying? Unless you get out of poverty and you become a millionaire, and I wish that for everybody. I wish for everybody to be financially stable, not have to worry about money. But you know what I'm saying? But once that's established and it's like, yo, all right. So then when it comes to my dreams, let's give it a go. Why not give it a go? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want to be old as hell and being like, yo, why did I listen to these basic people? Why did I not go forward and do this? How come I didn't? You know what I'm saying? You didn't do it because you were scared, and they were stronger than you negatively than you were positively, you know, and they had more influence on you. And because you respect their opinion, you withhold your greatness from the world, or you withheld yourself from becoming great because basic people told you it wasn't possible for you. What was the statistic likeliness of it happening for you? And then you started believing. That's why you got to separate yourself. You know what I'm saying? Until you're strong enough to be around those people where they don't negatively impact you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're strong mentally and nobody negative has impact on you. So until you get to that mental place, you might have to separate yourself. And sometimes the people you got to separate yourself from is your fucking negative mother, you know, your negative parents, you know, and then come back and like, go do your thing, be massively successful, and then come back. You know what I'm saying? Because there's people that won't believe in you until you give them something to believe in. And that means success. That means results. I was watching this video where the parents were like talking to this kid, and they were like, yeah, you know, we know you want to do your own thing, but you got to get results quickly. The parents want the kid to get results quickly because they want quick results so that the parents know that what the kid is dreaming about actually works and it's tangible. Because the parent was like, yo, if you don't get quick results, then you should do what we want you to do. You know what I'm saying? And they're not giving that kid no time to breathe, not realizing, yo, shit doesn't happen quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a billionaire, would you think that's quick? You're gonna, you know, it's going to take time. Like, there's things that you don't know the results of it until you try multiple times. You know what I'm saying? There's people that ran one Facebook advertisement and they came to the conclusion Facebook ads don't work. It's like, bro, you spend $10 and you think it doesn't work? Wait till you spend a couple $100s. But people don't want to do that because they're like, I don't have a couple $100s to spend. But it's like, well, you have a marketing agency. You want to get out there. You want people to know your stuff, right? To know about you. So how you don't got the marketing dollars though? Like, and it's like, but you'll never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, man, there's things that you can't do once because that's not enough data for you to know that it doesn't work because you only did it one time. You know, there's things that in this world that you might have to do 25 times, and even 25 is not enough data for you to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta like Facebook ads. Like, there's so much criteria. There's so many things that go into that. There's the dynamics of who you could target, the demographic of people, cities, locations, genres. You know, you could target people. Like, if you're a motivational speaker and you want to do a 5-minute clip and you have a speaking style similar to Les Brown, you know what I'm saying? There's so many ways that you could run an advertisement to target Les Brown fans and to do your speech and to, you know what I'm saying? Give me a second. And to like, give me a second. I gotta move forward for this guy. I apologize, yo. What's up, Taisha? I, yeah. So I don't know, man. You know, the basically try to summarize this podcast. I'll probably be like 20 more minutes, but in summary, what I'm trying to say is you don't know the type of power you're holding within yourself. And people that are they only know how to think in terms of statistics and what's probable for you. All they know how to do is limit you because they're limited people. Limited people don't know how to empower you to be unlimited. They're limited people. What do they know about being unlimited? They have very limited imagination. They think within a box, and the same box that they think inside of, they're trying to put you in with their advice. You know what I'm saying? So you might be holding on to an idea, whether it's a book, whether it's a podcast, whether it's you want to create a video game, you want to launch an application on on Google Play Store. I don't know what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But there's a good chance that maybe it'll work. And I think it's important for you to scratch that itch. I think it's important for you to put it out there, for you to confirm to yourself that it was a waste of time. You got to confirm that to yourself, because when people tell you, 10 years later, you're like, yeah, but what if I tried? But what if I would have went this direction? What if when I picked up that phone call and someone told me, hey, do you want to move to Cali because we want to launch some applications too and we could collaborate on some ideas? What if you would have took your ass to Cali? What if you would have left New York City, but you have justifications for staying there? You're like, oh, but my family, what if they need me? What if this? I'm closer to home. And people are complacent with what's familiar, with what they know. You know what I'm saying? And that phone call that you rejected, or that invitation that you didn't accept, could have fucking changed your life forever. You know what I'm saying? It could have, but you'll never know the alternative of not trying something. Like, what's the alternative to not trying? Here's the alternative to not trying. You being old as hell, wondering what the fuck would have happened if I tried. And that's more painful than actually failing now in your 20s, in your 30s. I think it's much better to fail and confirm that to yourself that it was a waste of time than for other people to tell you it's a waste of time and you being old as hell wondering, what if it could have been $1 million idea? What if I did become a millionaire? How much more people could I have blessed? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, there's a lineage of people that live on in poverty. Like, you know what I'm saying? For a long time, because one person didn't live out their dreams, because one person said no to their greatness. But do you know the impact of one person? Like, do you know how much $1 billion is? It's 1,000 million. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how many of you listening to this have the capabilities of acquiring even half of that. But yo, bro, like, you could take a whole state out of poverty with that type of money. You could help so many people with that. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, when one person's dream dies, it's possible that a whole city dies, and we don't know, because we don't know the ramifications of one person's dream dying. This is why I'm always empowering people. This is why I'm always saying, I don't care how fucking retarded your idea is. Go do it, bro. Go at least try it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how successful or unsuccessful you'll be, but you don't know until you try. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the impact of what you're dreaming about. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what type of impact it could have positively. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how much more, like, I believe, like, all the dreams that we have, you know what I'm saying? If we were living up to our dreams, we could make at least 5 to 6 to 7 times more money than whatever we're currently making, settling for basic ass plan B. Bro, you don't even like plan B. You know what I'm saying? Like, your plan B looks something like this. Usually when people make a plan B, it's like, all right, I want to be an NBA player, or if that don't work out, I'll be a fucking lawyer. Bro, you don't give a fuck about being a lawyer. You have zero interest in being a lawyer, but that's your safety net. Why do you have a safety net? Because you're like, what if they don't take me? Instead of having a mindset, I'll be damned if they don't take me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do 300 push-ups a day. I'm going to run 10 miles a day. I'm going to do this. And sometimes you push your body to its limit and they still don't take you because your best still isn't enough. And that's okay. Like, maybe you wasn't meant to be a basketball player. But I know for damn sure you didn't want to be a lawyer either. That was just your safety net. So you went to law school just in case if I fail. What is this just in case shit? What are you planning to fail? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, yo, Michael Jordan, all he had was basketball. Derek Jeter, all he had was baseball. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of these athletes, that's all they fucking know. That's what they breathe in and out every day. Every day. That's all they know. And they said to themselves, I'll be damned if I don't do what I know I'm capable of doing. You know what I'm saying? And they made it, bro. Anybody that you admire that's great, they were dedicated. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of them, Jay-Z, like, people told Jay-Z when he was 26, you're too old to be a rapper, dude. You should have started at 17 or something like that. Jay-Z is now the youngest black billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So, yo, People are going to try to constrain you to their timeline. They're going to try to tell you, yo, you're 37. How come you don't have a kid? You don't have a single kid? You don't have a marriage? You know what people like to do? Fucking compare their life to yours as if you're on the same journey, as if you're on the same path. You know what I'm saying? What is everybody supposed to have a kid at 25? You know what I'm saying? Like why do we come up with these imaginary rules and try to enforce them in other people's lives? Like, oh, you're 25, you're 26 with no kid? Like as if there's a specific time in your life that you're supposed to have. Yo, you have a kid when you're fucking ready. Maybe you're not ready for that responsibility. Maybe you don't want kids. Maybe you're still trying to live out your dreams. Maybe you want to maybe you want to finish school. Maybe you want to travel because you understand it's hard to travel when you have kids, because now you got to make family trips, and then it costs more money, and then you're going to go on less travels, less plane tickets and stuff. So yeah, bro, people are always going to try to impose to you their belief system. Like I said, every time people give you advice, they're talking to themselves in your presence. They're really talking to them. They're talking to the part of them that's trying to figure out what they would do if they were you. Most people don't have courtesy towards what you actually want. All their advice is based on selfishness, based on what they would do if they were you. And these people are not you. They don't think like you. They don't talk like you. They probably don't act like you. And nor do you think alike, especially if you're a dreamer and if all they fucking know how to do is be realistic. Realistic people don't get along with dreamers. Why? Because the dreamers look like they got their head in the clouds, but then when they accomplish greatness, then the realistic person is like, man, I wonder how he did that. He was fucking committed. He believed. He had faith. You know how far faith could take you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because when you believe in something, now you're ready to gather the necessary resources for that belief system. You're ready to figure out all the potential paths that you could be on to get to where you're going. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to figure out what it takes to find other people that made it to a place you want to be at and ask them questions, bro. That's how you make it. You find someone else that made it and study their life, because their life reveals details, secrets as to, what path, what to do here. So if you're ever lost, if you want to, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you want to do something that you don't think nobody's doing. Go on YouTube, bro. You don't know that someone's already doing what you're doing. Like, some people be thinking their idea is so creative. And it's like, bro, there's too many of us for us not to share ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how many people where it's like, oh, I had the Uber idea before Uber actually came out. It's like, okay, but you didn't execute though. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure multiple people had an Uber idea before Uber came out, but there's only one billionaire from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, only, so it's like, it's definitely about execution, but you got to just try it, bro. You got to just try it your way first, and then go the regular path, and other people are going to try to tell you, oh, but you spent 3 years doing it your way, and that was a waste of your time. You should have went practical. You probably would have went there sooner. Maybe you could have, but at least to yourself. You need to confirm that to yourself that it's a waste of time. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know the alternative of not trying. The alternative to not trying is fucking wondering. And wondering what could have been, I believe, is more painful than actual failure. I'd rather fail fucking 37 times and know that, all right, yeah, that was stupid, than to wonder what could have happened if I would have tried 37 different things. Because I don't know the aftermath of not trying, you know what I'm saying? And I'll be damned if I'm old as hell wondering, because I listen to a bunch of basic ass people that have no understanding of that you could imagine something into existence. I know that shit sounds retarded to some people that don't know how to think like that. But bro, all the smartphone technology, all the technology you could think of, bro, a 3D printer, yo, they're 3D printing houses. You know what I'm saying? Can you imagine a house that you live in came out of a fucking 3D printer? Bro, that shit happens, like would you think that's based on realism? No, like somebody imagined that and then they figured out what, based on what I know or based on what you know what I'm saying? I don't know how people come to the conclusion to find out some of these advanced technologies, but they do a lot of research. They do a lot of searching. They do a lot of innovating. They do a lot of asking. They do a lot of traveling, I'm sure. Maybe to find other people that are innovative and talk to them about, hey, I have this idea and it's similar to something you already created. How can I go about, or you compare whatever technology you're trying to create to technology that already exists. But there was a time when none of this existed. There was a time when all of this was a form of sorcery to from people from 2,000 years ago. They'd be like, what the hell is a smartphone? And you're talking to people from where? And people are listening live. And how many people are listening on a replay? What? You could do a podcast and 1,000 people could listen to you right now. You could go live on Instagram, bro. Everybody used to want 15 minutes of fame, and now everybody's famous to 15 people because of technology. You know what I'm saying? Now because of technology, if you want to be a comedian, you don't have to wait for other people to think you're funny so that they can market you and get behind you. Just start making Instagram videos. You don't have to wait for people to think you're creative or your music actually sounds good. Just put your shit on SoundCloud. You don't have to wait for people to think that you're a great speaker, yo. Just start doing podcasts. You know what I'm saying? Like, start speaking. You know what I'm saying? When I wanted to be a motivational speaker, I was like, yo, fuck it. I'll go on Facebook. I'll start doing podcasts. I'll see how that goes. I'll see if I could start now, start having impact now. I don't have to wait until I'm on big stages and stuff. I could start with the little that I have. You know what I'm saying? And with the little that I have, as I start doing these podcasts, maybe I'll meet people. Maybe people will message me. Maybe people will tell me an event that's going on. And I'll go to this event, and there's someone in the crowd that wants to invite me somewhere where I could get paid $15,000, you know, for a 20-minute keynote or whatever. Who knows, man? Like, you don't know, like, you know what's crazy about good luck? Because I know some of you believe in good luck. Oh, this person's fortunate. They have good luck on their side. Good luck seems to follow those that work hard. Good luck seems to follow those that position themselves to be successful, that they actually go to events and figure out how to monetize their talents, or they figure out how to meet people that are doing similar things to them. You know, good luck seems to follow the people that are actively searching to make it, you know? So, give me a second. What's up, Tony? Oh, damn, I didn't even realize how many comments was on here. What's up, Tony? Yo, been a minute. Glad to see you are still delivering that great content. Larry, what's up, Larry? What's up, Natasha? Agreed. Great point. I'm 39 and still chasing my dreams. Full time, dreams of time freedom. I hear you, bro. Yeah, you know, and you're not too old, bro. And yo, Tony, I know you get people all the time that's like, bro, how come your life is not here at this age? And it's like, who said that it has to be, bro? We're not on the same timeline. We're not on the same path. We're not on the same journey. We don't have the same mindset. So considering that our personalities are nowhere near alike, what makes you think that we should be on any similar type? We're not like-minded, bro. It should go without saying that if we're not like-minded, we're not going to end up on similar paths at all. You know what I'm saying? You know why entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs? Because they don't fucking think like employees. That's why. You know what I'm saying? And there needs to be employees. Of course, it has to be balance, you know, because the entrepreneurs need employees to work for them. But some people are just, they can't be working for somebody. They need to have their own schedule. And then other people, and I have empathy towards people, man. That's why when people give me their opinion, you know what I'm saying? It's never an angry thing. I just understand that that's how they think. You know, that's everything they're saying is according to their subjective point of view, and I don't have to get stirred by their words and feel some type of way because you know, I'm not so insecure that I need you to agree with me. So I'm not going to get mad that someone sees the world differently. It's like, oh, it's like whatever, you know? So they see it that way because it's according to their perspective, you know? And I feel like, you know, people have the right to say, think, and feel and believe whatever, you know, whatever they think is practical to them, you know? But anyways, my days of trying to convince people, because I used to do that. I used to get discouraged when people don't believe, but then I realized, yo, you have a mindset that doesn't allow you to believe in what I'm saying. Like, your mindset blocks, you know, there's certain people that they're so cynical, their mindset blocks them from blessings. And I believe we all get opportunities, at least, you know, a couple a year, that if we acted on them, we could have so much more money in our bank account than we have, you know what I'm saying? And some people be like, yo, it's not about the money, or I don't care about money. Yo, bro, look, if you got 6 kids and you say you don't care about money, it's almost like saying you don't care about your family, dude, because you definitely need it to take care of them. I mean, that goes without saying, but I don't know. You know, poor people are some of the proudest people I ever met in my life. They have nothing and they're content. They just want to be there. And I'm not saying that your goal should be to have fancy ass shit, because you definitely don't need a $400 Gucci belt. But what's wrong with having disposable income? You know what I'm saying? Some people don't even know what that is. To have extra income that, you know what I'm saying, you don't necessarily need. You could do what you want with it. You could give it away to charity. You could, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know why money's cool to me? Because I like options, you know? So when you say you don't care about money, you're saying I don't care about having a lot of options. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might say, oh, I don't need much in life. I only need a few things. Well, that's, you know, it's good for that individual. Like, if you don't need much, you won't have to become much. But anybody who wants a lot, you need to become more than what you are to get what you want, you know? I was listening to Jim Rohn, and he said, you could have more than you are because you could become, you could have more than you've got because you could become more than you are. But the other side of that coin reads, until you become more than you are, you'll always have what you got, you know? Personal development. He said, instead of chasing things, work on yourself. Things will come to you, you know, by your personality. Having a personality that's so attractive to people that people just open up doors for you, man. Like, you know? I was listening to Jordan Peterson talking on a similar topic. He said, never let your kids do anything that makes you dislike them, right? And he was talking about having likable kids and stuff and the power of that. He was saying that when your kid is easy to get along with, like so many people open up doors for your kid to live their dreams, for your kid to like, you know what I'm saying? There's just doors that open up when you become a likable person, when people want to invite you places, you know, like, because everybody brings joy to a room either by entering it or by leaving. Like either people are mad that you joined the party and they can't wait for you to leave, and the only joy you bring to the room is when you exit the room, or people are so excited fired up that you entered the room. You know what I'm saying? So we all bring joy to a room. Either people are excited you're not there, or they're excited that you joined and they couldn't wait for you to get there. You know what I'm saying? But when you're the second type person, when you're the person that everyone can't wait to see, greet, and meet, and ask questions, talk to, man, just so many opportunities just they just come from that, you know, just from being cool, a cool person, respectable, lovable person. Give me a second. And I'm not saying I don't know how that sounds to some of you. I don't know if it sounds like I'm trying to tell you got to kiss people's ass to get to where you want to go. Hell no. I'm definitely not saying that. What I am saying is you don't got to be mean like to everybody. Some people really believe you got to step on toes to get to the top. You got to like push people out the way. You got to like, nah, bro. You could actually be a kind person and get to the top, like, you know. And I love that Gary Vee is really setting that example. He's teaching a generation of young men that you don't have to be a dickhead to have a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? Or having a lot of money doesn't mean you're gonna be a dickhead. And he's pushing compassion, empathy, and all these things. And he be having some muscular dudes roll up on him like, "Yo, empathy, dude. I hear you, man." And he's like, "Yo, what the heck?" Like, have so much impact on people, and you know, cause like Steve Jobs, right? Steve Jobs, when he got to where he had to get, or when like Steve Jobs getting to where he was, like he was kind of rude to some of his employees. He was kind of mean and stuff, and he inspired a whole lineage of people that believe that, yo, if I want to have Steve Jobs money, I got to be a dickhead too. So they started having corporations and hiring people and treating them similar to how he treated his people. So I just love how Gary Vee, he's like, yo, I want to reverse that. I want to teach people that you could be cool, man. Like, you know, like you could be a cool, fun, easy to get along with person and still have everything you need in life. Like, who said that you got to shove people out the way? Who said that you got to, you know? So yeah, man. Anyways, I'm probably gonna close this podcast soon. What's up, Fit Scene? I hope I said your name correctly. But yeah, yo, whatever your dream is, man, try it out, bro. Try it the way you imagine it, the way you envision it. And there's gonna be people that tell you that it doesn't work that way. You don't know that until you try. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's something. I mean, I don't know. Unless you're trying to reinvent the wheel, you know, it's only so many ways you can make something circular. Now, it's only one way actually. You can't have no oval wheels. That's for sure. But I don't know. But shit, if you're trying to create an oval wheel, do it, man. Fuck, see if it works. Like, you know, who am I to say? Just try it. Like, just scratch that itch and be curious and do stuff, man. And see to yourself, confirm it within yourself that it was a waste of time. Or, and actually, it's not a waste of time. Yo, bro, I lost $4,000 investing. It's not a loss to me, bro. It's all about perception. Hold on. That's not a loss. That's an investment. $4,000 for me was the price of learning what not to do. And it was worth the price. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that I'm going to have a lot of money one day, like a stupid amount that I don't know what to do with. That's why, and I believe that so much. Then when I lose $4,000, you know what I be saying? It's just $4,000. You know, those of you who have anxiety about money, start putting the word just in front of money, whatever the fucking amount is. I like right now, I'm $45,000 in debt. You know what I say about my debt is just $45,000. Now I say that because I know my potential worth and I know what I got to do to get to where I want to be. And I know how much money I could be making, right? And some people would be like, yeah, but you're in La La Land, dude. Like, how much money you got in your bank account, like, right now? Bro, I got like $42, but it's all good because I know where I'm going. And I just believe that shit so much that, bro, 4,000 is just 4,000 to me. Because I really believe that's nothing in comparison to my potential net worth and where I'm going, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had this one song, trying to think of the lyrics, see if I could rap it to you. Yeah, I had this one song. It was like, I wrote it for Logic because Logic had a song where he was like, yo, all I wanted was to go fishing with my dad or something. He had a line like that, you know, because his dad comes around now that his son is successful, but his dad didn't want to really he didn't really want to be a dad to him when, you know, when they were going through it. Now that he's worth millions, he's like, yo, can you take me to your shows? can you do this? Can you do that? Can you give me $85,000? Like, not even a modest amount of money. Like, yo, give me 85 G's. I know you got it. Like, so, anyways, and that's the funny thing about life too, you know? Everyone who doesn't believe in you, they show up to congratulate you. And you're gonna be tempted to say, yo, get your fake ass congratulations out of here. Because when I was building this thing, you ain't want to even hear my ideas. All you did was cut me off when I spoke about my dreams. All you did was tell me how it's not gonna work. Now you want to sit here and congratulate. Yo, you gonna get that temptation to do that. But yo, just be the bigger person, man. You know, ask them how they're doing. Shake their hand. Tell them it's all good. Tell them you didn't need them to the only person you needed to believe in you was you. And you know, because there's so many people that they need an entourage of cheerleaders to fucking cheer them on the whole time. And it's like, you need a lot less than you think you need. If you need people to cheer you on, that means you're discouraged unless they're cheering you on, you know? Once you realize the only person you need to believe in you is you, then that's it. Like, life takes off from there, you know? Because then it doesn't matter that your own mother doesn't believe, or your own father, or your own, you know what I'm saying? Or the people that you thought would have believed. It doesn't, because you're not here for that. You're here to accomplish it before you die. You're a goal-orientated person, and you have one mission, or maybe two, or maybe, you know, I don't know how many goals, dreams, and desires you have, but when that becomes important, yo, everyone's opinion on your dream, it just fades, man. And it just doesn't fucking matter anymore. I'm sorry for cursing so much, man. It's a bad habit. I get fired up, I start cursing all over the place. I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to have my perspective. I'm excited to think the way I do, you know? Sometimes I'll be seeing people and I just be like, yo, God, I thank you that I don't think that way. And not even like comparing myself as if I'm better than the people that think, or as if I'm more and they're less than me. Nah, of course not. But I see the results of thinking a certain way. There's certain people, yo, I got certain friends, I never have to ask them how they're doing. Based on their terrible fucking mentality, I know they're doing bad. I don't have to ask them how their day was. I know their mentality. Their day was awful. Every day they have is bad until their mindset dies. Until there's people that they need to take their personality and just throw that shit out the window, because their personality is the reason they can't have a good life. And they think the reason they can't have a good life is because somebody cut you off in traffic. It's like, nah, it's because you pulled out your middle finger and you was tempted to drive in front of them, and then, you know what I'm saying, and you wanted to start a fight over, you know what I'm saying, you beat somebody up because they cut you off in traffic. You know, and you come to the conclusion that this world sucks because people cut you off. Bro, you didn't have to hop out your vehicle and beat somebody up because of that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe your mentality sucks. Maybe if you toss your personality out the window, get a new one, you'll be a lot more blessed, you know? Like, yo, life is all, like, everything is perception, man. There's so many problems in this world that there's a lot of things that it's a problem for as much as you perceive it to be a problem. But if you don't think of it as a problem, it's not a problem. When I was sleeping in my vehicle, it was not a problem. When I was showering at Planet Fitness, it was not a problem. Why? Because I have a goal. I have goals that I'm going to. And that's what matters more than where I'm currently at. You know, one of my favorite quotes, I don't repeat it as much as I should, but it says, there's a reason why your windshield is significantly bigger than your rear view mirrors, because where you're going matters so much more than where you've been. And the reason people crash so much in life is because they drive the whole time looking at their rear view mirrors, always in the fucking past. Yo, your blessings are not coming from behind you. They're coming from up. Look up ahead towards where your hope comes from. You know what I'm saying? Like, look ahead. You know, that's what Paul said in the Bible. There's only one thing I do to overcome. I don't look at the past. I just keep moving forward, you know? And so, yeah, some people got their head in the last dysfunctional relationship they was in, or what their finances look like, or how many bills are piling up, or how abusive somebody used to be towards them, and how somebody did something wrong to them when they were 15, and now it's mentally scarred them. And now, even though they're 49 years old, they're like, yo, you don't know what it was like growing up. But it's like, bro, you're 49, you're not growing up anymore. You know, like, I understand that things have mental scars and stuff like that, but at what point do you take ownership over who you are now and say, man, like, I'm not gonna let that torment me anymore. Like, let me focus on my goals. These are the fucking things we focus on when our goals are not, we're not super passionate about our goals. You have time to think about how your ex-girlfriend hurt you. You have time to think about who cheated on you. You have time to think about how disloyal fucking people are. You know what I'm saying? You know why I don't think about none of that ever? Like, yeah, of course I meet disloyal people. It's not like I don't see the same people you see, like, same type of personalities that you would complain about. I just have a different perspective on it. I don't have time to complain about it because it takes away time from things that I could be doing that are productive, that is a much better use of my time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got some bad habits I got to do, man. Get rid of, you know? Like, as awesome as masturbation feels, it's a pleasurable waste of time. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, and in my lifetime alone, I've masturbated at least, this is personal, but 10,000 times, 12,000 times. You know how many skills I could have picked up with that time? You know how much more money I could have in my bank account with that time? You know how many more people I could have met with that time? Bro, like, masturbation is cool, porn is cool and all that, and it feels all good and all that, but it's like, bro, it's like time be flying though. Dude, I used to do that like 5 times a day, and it's like, yo, you know why? Because I didn't have no fucking goals. Like, I'm telling you, man, the power of having a goal, it stops you from doing mediocre shit with your time. Like, all of a sudden, you don't have time for these things anymore because you have a purpose that's so, like, astronomical that every second matters to you. You know what I'm saying? Every second matters, you know? And it's probably why I don't like text messaging, because, like, if I had 50 contacts and let's say that I text each of them 10 minutes a day, 50 of them. You know, that's just a lot of time on texting. And it's like, bro, let's get on the phone, man. Like, cause I ain't trying to have a 3-hour text conversation that could have been settled in 5 minutes. Like, so I don't know. Anyways, yo, I had this one verse I want to show you, and I'm probably going to close this podcast. But yo, what's up, Kayla? What up? I didn't even know you was here. Kayla Kuiper. Yo, Kayla, I remember, when we was in high school and you used to write gangster on my folder. Remember I had that pink flower folder? You used to make fun of me for that. I don't know if you're still here live, but I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, yeah, I wonder what Kayla's up to, man. But yeah, she used to steal my notebook and just write random words in it and then give it back to me. And like, but sometimes she'd do that and I didn't know that she took my book. And I'd see it later. Like, I'd be in it throughout my day, like second period, third period. I'd be like, yo, this must have been Kayla. Only she would grab my notebook and put something corny in it. But nah, what's up though? But so I had this verse that I want to show you if I remember it. Let's see if I remember it. But it was like, people saw your dream and told you that you won't get to it. Glad you never listened and your passion grown since a kid. All I ever wanted was a dad to go fishing with. You famous now, he wants to be subtracting those dividends. Your status grows quicker than anything you ever seen. I'm not even famous, but I know exactly what you mean. When somebody calls you just to get a favor, then they leave. They don't want to have a conversation with you when it seems you're a walking bank to them. It is hard to be patient with the people that you feel are responsible for your anxiousness. That is what comes with the territory when you make it big. That is what I used to be scared of, but that's the way it is. My current situation is I'm 28 and at my mom's crib, but the people making fun of me forgotten what my job is, and I ain't never had a job, kid. If they knew my potential net worth, they'd be astonished. Right now my net worth is $5, gotta climb higher to the sky. I'ma find how to rhyme louder so this planet hears me. Inspiration's nothing I'm out of. People hating, but I'm always motivated by doubters. Yeah, I'ma make it out my circumstance. Might not be successful, but I say that it is worth a chance. Everybody tell me get a job, but I prefer to rap. I know that they'd be happy with me if I was a working man. They'd probably act kind if I was mad fly, but everybody's getting theirs. I wanna have mines and I wanna make it big until my mom and dad cry. Haters probably thought that I would drive a Pontiac, right? Knowing my potential is what got me mad hype. You could judge me if you want to, but I'm not a bad guy. People always give their input thinking I need advice. Jesus set the standard, I just want to model that life. Get a funny feeling when they tell me don't forget me when you make it big eventually, like I'm supposed to give these people money cause they're struggling, but I don't owe you anything. You try discouraging the power that you noticed in me. Oh, you miss me? Let's discuss it. I don't think you ever was in my corner cause I was broken. You knew that but left me struggling. Nah, I'm kidding. I don't plan on being selfish, brother. Whenever I make some money, I'll be glad to send you something. So yeah, that's the verse I wanted to show you. It's the second and third, but it's like foggy. I got to start recording more videos and posting them as well as this motivational stuff. I don't do podcasts as much as I used to. I got to get back on this. But yo, I love you guys a lot. I'm so sorry if curse words offend you. I pray to God that you're not so sensitive that you can't hear an amazing message that's underneath a layer of couple of curse words here and there. You know, I hope this empowers you. You know what I'm saying? I hope it makes you want to fucking do things, man. And I hope it, just makes you want to try shit, regardless of who's telling you that you shouldn't, And I know that sometimes you respect people's opinions so much at the expense of yourself that you don't try shit that you know you should. And you think you're honoring these people, but you're dishonoring your greatness. You're dishonoring all the things that you know you're capable of doing just because you want to appease man, just because you want your mother to not fucking be mad at you, just because you want there to be peace in your household. So therefore you don't pursue something that you know you're capable of doing astronomically good at. You know what I'm saying? Like, you probably have amazing talents that you can monetize and make $200,000 a year off of. You probably do. But I don't want you to sit there thinking about what's the likeliness for me. What's the statistical, fuck statistics when it comes to your dream. All you got to ask yourself is, how bad do I want it? Because when you don't want something, you start asking yourself, what's the likeliness of it happening for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, don't focus on hard or easy. You know, I met this one guy who he asked me, he was like, yo, bro, do you think making money online is hard? As soon as he asked that question, I was like, he's probably going to be broke forever until he changed that mindset. It doesn't fucking, bro, ask yourself, is it worth your time? You know, if I go to heaven when I die, it doesn't matter if it was hard to get there. What matters is it worth your time, bro? Do you want to go to heaven when you die? You know, is it worth your time if you learn how to be a millionaire? Because if you focus on and things in terms of hard or easy, you're gonna focus on stupid shit that it just doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Ask yourself, is it worth your time if you become a millionaire? Like, who does it benefit that you start? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you want to buy your mom a house or a car. You know what I'm saying? And if you have the nerve to say that I don't care about money, then don't be wanting to buy your mother a car then, or a house, because that shit costs money. What you think, you're gonna give it to her for free? Like, I don't understand like the amount of desires that people have, but yet they tell themselves I don't care about money. You know what I think? I think you're scared of your soul being corrupted, or you're gonna be an asshole or a dickhead, and you have a perception of what money brings you. Money doesn't change people, bro. Like, I want to tell you that. This is the last thing I'm gonna end on. If you're worried about money making you a terrible person, money exposes you. Just like social media. Social media is not fucking changing us. It's exposing who you are. You know what I'm saying? It's giving you an outlet to just be your authentic self, or you to pretend to be somebody or whatever. But money doesn't corrupt people. You know, if you get $1 million and you turn into an asshole, you was always an asshole. The $1 million brought the asshole out of you. It brought it to the forefront. It was always there, you know. So you wasn't grounded in something foundational enough that money couldn't stir that up. You know what I'm saying? Or make a dent in your personality. You know. But when you're a kind, loving, gentle person, you could be that in all circumstances. You could be that regardless. If God throws you $1 billion right now, it doesn't change your love for people. It doesn't change your kindness. It doesn't make you all of a sudden malicious. You know what I'm saying? So anybody who says, bro, money changes you, here's the thing, right? It'll probably change. It might change the people around you. That's for sure. All of that, you got second and third cousins that you never heard of asking you for a loan, $10,000 loan, $4,000 loan. You know what I'm saying? So it's something about, if money might change people around you. It might make them more. All of a sudden now they know your phone number and they call you and they check up on you and ask you how you're doing. It's like, bro, don't give me that. You don't care how I'm doing. You want a loan, don't you? Like, let's get to the point. Like, don't act like you care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had this one person do that. She was like, yo, Rob, how you doing? And I'm like, good, how are you? She's like, good, can I borrow $50? And I'm like, I would have rather much you just don't even ask me how I'm doing. Just get right to, hey, can I get $50? I'd rather you, but people don't want to do that because they're like, you know why people do that? Because they're conscious of how they don't spend no time with you. They're conscious that they don't sow any seeds into your life. So when they come to take something from you, they actually feel guilty and they try to just smooth it out by saying, how are you doing? They know they don't give a damn about how you're doing. They just need $200 and they want to know, can you provide? Because they know you make a lot of money, but they feel awkward just getting to the point. So they pretend that they care how you're doing. So they ask you that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, bro, this is why I tell you, yo, just be kind to people, you know? Be giving with your time. Be giving with your money. You know what I'm saying? When people call you, like, be there for them as much as you can. Like, talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Because when you sow seeds into people's life, I'm telling you, now when they're successful, you don't feel bad asking for a loan because you spent countless hours hanging out with them. And, but don't feel entitled to their money. Don't do that either. Because I got some rich friends. I got a friend right now that has like $100,000 in his bank account. I never once in my life asked him for money. The temptation was there at one point, but I didn't want to kill the relationship because the relationship meant more to me than getting a loan out of him. You know what I'm saying? And he taught me some valuable gems when it comes to making money online. Like when it comes to, customers, when it comes to disqualifying people, like a lot of salesman type stuff. He taught me things that I would have never. You know what I'm saying? And I really appreciate the information. So I don't want to put a stain in our relationship by asking for a fucking $1,000 loan. And then he feels weird every time I call. He's like, yo, I wonder if he's going to ask me for another 1,000. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. So I just sow my time into people. You know what I'm saying? And if they ever feel like, cause like, yo, if somebody becomes a Hollywood celebrity and you were their best friend, what you think they're going to forget you? Like, and some people do. Some people just get famous and take off and forget everything and everyone. But they probably got a chip on their shoulder and they're trying to prove something to the world and they just, or maybe they're just bitter and they want to, I don't know. And then people start closing up and they're like, yo, every friend that I have, they just start having assumptions that everyone's going to ask for money, which a lot of people do, not everybody. There's people that's like, they won't treat you any different just because you're rich as hell, or they won't, like, you know what I'm saying, try to exploit you for everything that you're worth, you know. But I know that's a fear for a big part of my life. I was like, yo, what if I get famous and then like everyone around me acts different? You know, I used to worry about stupid shit like that. Then now it's like, what if I don't get famous and then there's a whole lineage of adolescent like kids that I could be impacting positively, that they'll never get to hear my podcast, or they'll never get to hear my message, or they'll never get to, you know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, man, I'm trying to, you know, my friend was talking to me the other day. He was like, bro, you have something about words with you, man. You can move nations if you want to, you know. It's powerful what you say, and the way that you, I'm almost crying just thinking about the way he told me, you know, because like it was something that I know, but it's different to have someone. It was a guy that I really admire, you know. His name is Brian, and I think we both admire each other, and he's a powerful speaker too. And I asked him recently, I'm like, bro, like, do you get invited to speak? Because I'd like to come, you know, speak to some people, man. Like, you know, if you ever get invited, can I come with you? And he was like, yeah, I'm not doing it full time, but you know, I'm sure he'll keep me posted. But he was like, bro, you can move the whole nation, man, if you want to, you know. You gotta hone in on your craft. You gotta practice speaking. You gotta never stop reading. You know, he told me to read a lot of books, you know. So actually today I'm gonna go see him and I'm gonna ask him what books would he recommend. I'm gonna start with those. And so yeah, man, you know, if there's nothing wrong with wanting to be famous. The question is, do you want to be famous because you're insecure and you need people to like you so that you can feel cool about yourself? Or do you want to be famous because you have a message and you want to impact a whole generation of people to do better or to live better or to, you know, and then some people might be like, why should I be altruistic? Why should I give a damn about helping other people? Why should I give a damn about helping? You know, there's something weird about the kingdom of God, you know, it's opposite. My friend was talking about it. It's contrary to normal human wisdom. Like, if you want to be rich, start tithing, start giving money away, you'll be rich. Like, that's a weird concept for people to understand. They're like, how is me giving money going to get me rich? You know, but I have a friend that really tested a lot of biblical principles, because, you know, there's promises about, you know, money coming back to you tenfold. So he started tithing and he was like, yo, I just want to test God. I want to see, you know, I want to see if it's real. So he started tithing, and then people would just hit him up, giving him money, yo. Like, yo, bro, you need $300, you need $1,000, people would just offer him money, like, out of nowhere. I'm like, bro, I'm about to start tithing, like, you know. And then, you know, I don't know. I want to talk about tithing in a different podcast. I'm not going to do it on this one. This one's long enough as it is. I hope you're getting value out of this. And yeah, bro, like, sow seeds, man. Don't ask yourself, how can I be a millionaire? Ask, how can I bring 1 million people value? You know, how can I add value to the lives of 1 million people? In doing that, you will become a millionaire, because that's the common question. How can I be a millionaire? No one wants to bring value, you know, and no one wants to give anything. Like, in sowing seeds, like, you're going to reap a harvest. So that's why you got to be careful what type of seeds you sow. If you sow seeds of destruction, maliciousness, lying, being mean to people, you're going to reap a harvest of that. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful the energy you put into the world, you know? So that's why everything I do is positive. Everything I do is try to be uplifting. Everything I do, you know what I'm saying? When I have opportunities to give, I just give, man, you know? Sometimes we see homeless people in the street. You might get tempted to give them $10, but you're like, yo, what if he buys heroin with that? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I gave a guy $10 today, and I didn't even think about that once, you know? I prayed. I was like, God, I hope he doesn't use it on drugs, but you know what I'm saying? I just really wanted to help. Sometimes you don't have time to pull over and have conversations with these people because you're like, or buy them food because you're going to work or you're busy or blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I don't know, man. But when you give of yourself, when you sow seeds, there's nothing to gain without servitude. All the people that are rich in this world that you start saying shit like, yo, I wish I had their money, they're servants. Bill Gates, he's a servant to a multitude of people. And his bank account balance is a reflection of how much value he's brought to the marketplace. So all you got to do in terms of money, ask yourself, how can I bring more value to the marketplace? There's certain things that there's not enough time in the world. Like, you might want overtime shift, but there's not enough overtime shifts in the world for you for the amount of money that you want, because, like, you know, you got to sleep too, and you got a family, and you got stuff, like, you know. So the question to ask yourself is, how can I bring more value in a less amount of time? Ask yourself, yo, maybe you're making $10 an hour. Is there people in this world making $20 an hour, $40 an hour? Yo, there's motivational speakers making fucking $30,000 an hour, you know? My favorite speaker makes $200,000 in 1 hour, you know what I'm saying? Like, But the thing is, we're so scared to dream big. We get excited about $30 an hour. We let $40 an hour. Yeah, that is exciting. You know what I mean? But if that's the extent of your excitement, then you won't be able to perceive $200 an hour because you're content at 40. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't know what God has for you. You don't know what your potential net worth is, you know, and whatever your bank account balance is right now, I'm sure it doesn't reflect what you're actually worth if you started utilizing all of your talents and positioning yourself to monetize some of them, you know what I'm saying, and be a blessing to other people, you know. So yeah, when you sow seeds of positivity, of love, you're going to reap a harvest of so many good things, you know. So there's nothing to gain without servitude. Everybody that has a lot of money, Bill Gates, Oprah, they served a huge amount of people. You know what I'm saying? Like as a musician, if you wanted to be a millionaire, you get a mixtape, you sell 100,000 copies, $10 mixtape, you got $1,000,000. But you got to serve 100,000 people. You see how there's nothing to gain without servitude. So these are just principles that, as I started like seeking out other motivational speakers and wisdom and things that other people have that I don't, I notice they have things that I don't have because they become something that it's something about their character. It's something about the value that they bring to the world. It's something about them as people. They became more, and that's why they have more. You know, and that's why Jim Rohn says, don't focus don't focus on getting more. Focus on becoming more. When you become more, you'll have more. You know what I'm saying? And it's just a principle that I never heard that before. You know what I'm saying? They don't teach us that in school. They tell you be an employee, get a job, and get excited about $25 an hour. You know, if you get anything over 25 is a blessing, you know, and it's like, and then you limit yourself to that. And it's like, you don't know that God had $200 an hour for you because your talent is worth that much. If you get in front of this amount of people, you know what I'm saying? So, and don't let fucking people tell you that, you know, if you're an artist, that your shit sucks. Your art sucks according to their subjective point of view. It doesn't mean to 7 million other people in this world that it's going to be terrible. Because if you like your own artwork, there's other people that think exactly like you. There's other people that like the same color palettes that you use. There's other people that like the same way you painted your shit and you're in love with your own painting. There's a million other people that would love your painting, that would buy it. You know what I'm saying? That you could, you know, so don't get discouraged by the 10 people that think it's corny and they would never hang it on their wall. That's okay. That's according to their subjective point of view. It doesn't mean millions of people wouldn't hang your painting on their wall because they're absolutely in love with the way that you draw. You know what I'm saying? The way that you sing, the way that you speak, the way that you know what I'm saying? Don't think that just because 10 fucking people think you're not valuable or your talent has no value, that it's not valuable. That's only true to their opinion, but they can't speak for the whole marketplace. An entire marketplace of this world is a total of however fucking many people live on it. 7 billion. I don't know what number we're at now, but it's a lot of people here. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people that would like whatever it is that's special that you bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. So in closing, I just want to say that don't ask yourself, how can I be a millionaire? Ask yourself, how can I serve 1 million people? In serving 1 million people, you will become a millionaire. You got to find a product, you know. So, and the highest paying job in the world is being a salesman, I believe, because there's no limit to how many sales you can make. You know what I'm saying? Like, the damn iPhones are $1,000. Imagine if you had $1,000 product and you sold 100 of them today. You know what I'm saying? Of course, yeah, it'd take a while to get to that point. And it'd take a while to be able to price your products at $1,000. But bro, like, what's the difference between a $5 t-shirt and a $75 t-shirt? They're both made out of polyester. You know what I'm saying? They're both, you know, they both got the same instructions on how to wash them. Same exact material. One has a fucking logo on it that's worth $75 and the other one doesn't. But they're both the same material. So what's the difference? It's personal brand. Building a brand. When you build a brand big enough, it's crazy that Starbucks charges $3.50 for a fucking cup of coffee. But when your brand is so big, you could charge what the fuck you want for your coffee. Why? Because you've established yourself and now you set the tone for how you're gonna price things. Because when it comes to prices, all these numbers are made up. You know what I'm saying? Like what's the difference between like a $5 million plane and a fucking, you know, $200,000 one? It's probably brand, you know. It's probably just brand, you know. And once you get to a certain level, you pick your own prices, you know. And no matter how obnoxious your prices are, if you believe you could get your merchandise off for that price, then why not? You know, maybe there's other people in the marketplace, you know, because isn't it crazy that there'll be two items right next to each other. One costs significantly a lot more and the other one's a lot cheaper. But yet people, the one that costs a lot more, it will get a lot more sales. Why is that? They're positioned right next to each other. It's because the social currency that people think they're buying by buying a fucking $400 Gucci belt, they think that it makes them look cool in front of their friends. And because they're insecurity makes people spend money that they don't have. You know what I'm saying? Like, insecure people will always spend more money than people that are not insecure. You know what I'm saying? Because you buy shit that you think you need that you actually don't. You know what I'm saying? To impress people you don't give a fuck about. You know what I'm saying? So that people could say nice things about you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, bro, like, so, and that's a whole nother topic. I'm not even gonna get into all that insecurity and having identity crisis and knowing your worth and stuff. I'll do that on a different podcast. But I love you guys. You know what I'm saying? I hope I provided value. I can't wait to see you on the next one. I'm sorry I haven't been doing these as much as I could. I got fired up today to do one, and I was like, yo, I feel it. You know, I felt it today. So anyways, I don't know when I'll do another one, but I look forward to seeing all of you on the next podcast I do, man. Love you guys. Take care of yourself, you know? And yeah, man, I almost don't want to go, but I kind of have to. But see you later, man. Take care.